Hey everybody, this is Debbie from LZA, and I'm here with Jody the Great. Thank you so much for being with us, Jody.
Oh, that's no problem. Anytime, anytime.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions about the FGC and Tekken and the community. And just answer honestly. Let us know how you feel, okay? So the first question I have for you is, why do you come out to compete?
I love to compete. I love the game. I play it so much. I just want to test my skills, and I always like try to go for the gold. I mean, there's always opponents tougher than me, so I gotta try to show that I'm at their level or I'm above their level. That's and plus coming to these tournaments, I meet great people. I have a good time. It's like a stress relief from responsibility. Like you kicking with people that gets along and knows you. You feel like you've known them forever, even if you just met them. It's like day one. So I love it. I don't know when I'll ever quit from it. Until then, I'm gonna enjoy every time I come out to these events.
So it's like a little vacation for you when you come out to play?
Vacation and testing my skills. Trying to help the FGC go further. Where ESPN is watching us, so we got to show that like this is more than just a game. It's our side job. Like we actually put the training time, effort. So we're trying to show people like it's not a laziness. Like there's some people that are lazy what they do, but what we do, like we have our responsibilities, but on the side we like to do something that's like it's like a sport to us. After we get done with our responsibilities, such as school or work, family, and you just got to compete and test our skills of what we're good at. So
You mentioned like helping the FGC or bringing them up. In what ways do you do that? Just by competing itself?
I say compete, show the people, even the people that's watching or people that come to you and ask for advice. I feel that as long as we keep doing those and advertise it, because there's people out there that's like doing it, but they don't know nothing about it. And once they see it, they want to be a part of it. So those people outside that doesn't know it, and once they see it, they're going to come to us. And the people that's learning it, they're going to come more to us. And as long as we keep feeding them, helping them, it's going to get bigger and bigger. As long as we like put our, our pride, our egos to the side. Sometimes we're going to lose against people that we never heard of, and it's gonna make us upset. But at the same time, like they're good. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's scary. Like I think that when you're known as a pro player, you're like a red target because it could be somebody that just don't pop up ever in tournaments, and one day they just pop up and then they just beat you all of a sudden. And it's like, who is this person? Like I expect this big name to beat me, but this guy out of nowhere knows the game, never travels, and just all of a sudden travels to this event, just shuts me down.
Because they kind of studied you because you've been competing, and I guess you have some videos on YouTube from your competition.
Well,
Maybe you've been on stream.
well, it can either be that or sometimes they're just really good. They just never traveled, and they just come to the event and just, hey, this is me. This I'm gonna play.
So now that we're on this topic of the FGC community, you mentioned how to bring them up. Is there anything you'd like to see differently in the FGC community, or anything you'd like to see more?
Um, I would like to see more people like get together. Just by communicating more through social media than just be like, here, I just added you. I'm going to ignore you because you're not a known player. You know, and me as a known player, I add people, and when people hit me up, I respond to them because I feel that even though I made a lot of accomplishments in my life, but I don't deserve to like push people aside. You look at, Justin Wong. You talk to Justin Wong in person, but on Facebook, you say something to Justin Wong, he probably won't respond back, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be, I see your comment, I'm gonna respond back to you. Like this guy is like being real. I can understand there's some people that say some craziness. You don't want to respond back. Yeah, I understand that. But if somebody's on topic with your discussion, you should like go back and forth. It might be something that you can learn from them, or they can learn from you. So it needs to be more communication in the FGC. Like people need to like not be so angry at someone when they lose and like try to put them on blast by finding personal information about their life. Like that's childish. Like it's all about growing. If you want to get good, just admit it. Like, look, you beat me, you're better than me, blah blah blah. How I'm gonna get better? What did I do wrong in this match? tell me now. So I know in the future, if I ever play you again, I might have a possible chance of beating you, or I might have a possible chance of winning another event. Because I know that you're at the level where you win tournaments. How can I be at that level? That's what needs to be more in the FGC. And like, we're gonna have killers, but it's gonna be more killers built up in the future. And you always want to have those players that's dedicated like you, because once we retire, those players are not going to be like our level. They're going to probably be like some level where we'll be like, man, them people are bad in the future. Like it'd be in the future, they'll be like, man, these guys are scrubby. They just do not love the game. They're just pressing buttons. We don't need those kind of players. We want players that just love the game and understand it fluently.
All right. So it sounds like you want to cut the elitism and leave the ego at the door, pretty much, right?
Right. We don't need elitism. Like, we want everybody to get along. Like, the reason why I love my community over a lot of communities, because, like, even though we'll talk trash, we argue, but at the end of the day, when we come to events, we all stick together. We all talk to each other. We all crack jokes, go to the hotel room, play more games, because that's what we do, because this is our community. We're going to, at the end of the day, we all going to say, man, props, it was great seeing you. Have a safe trip. On Facebook, we all going to tag each other, have pictures. That's what we want. It's like a true bond. And, like, I hope, like, ESPN sees that, like, there is a bond. We might have that little rivalry, but after the controllers are put down, we cool. That's all they want. That's all it is.
Sportsmanship.
Exactly. Like, we gonna be like, yeah, this person's bad, blah, 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 this and that. We gonna have that rivalry going on. At the end of it, we gonna shake hands, be like, man, that was good games, blah, blah, And then, everybody gonna say their little feedback at the end of, like, man, he put the work in. He was ready. He was confident. He was focused, Like me on my end, I did horrible in Killer Instinct. They played better. They was ready. I wasn't ready. That's my mistake. I thought Season 3 was going to come out soon. Turn out we was doing one more time in Season 2. So I got back in the last minute. That's my fault. And in T7, I made it far, but, El Negro, he was the better player at the end of the day. So I took my loss as a man.
Very good, very good. So my last question for you is, why Tekken? Why do you play Tekken?
Well, technically, Tekken 4 was my first tournament. I did that and I lost. I was a no-namer. This is before I was known as Jody the Great. I was just Jody. So, but, Tekken 5 was out. I met the old school guys. I didn't know these guys traveled, but I used to play with them in the arcades. I was that bum. But I played so much where it became so much fun to where I kept learning and learning and learning. And then we had our regionals, and then we had people from out of state come to us. And it's like, man, that was real. This is fun. And then, like, they were like, they do this outside here, and they won tournaments. They traveled. And it's like, I want to do this. So when I got into it, it was like, man, I did bad, but it's whatever. I'm 19. So I keep playing and playing, and then when I went to Jersey and did pretty good, I started liking it more. And I was like, man, I like traveling, going to tournaments. Like, I get to meet people, and people are real cool. It's just a whole new vibe I never expect. So now when I travel and Tekken is a game I love because I studied and I put so much effort into it. I feel like it's always going to be my main game. So I'll never drop Tekken. No matter where it goes, I'm just going to support it. Like, my community, everybody who plays, who I get to know, I'm just going to support you no matter what. That's real.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for sharing your voice with us today.
Oh, anytime. I support you guys.
Thank you so much. All right. Bye, everybody.
Deuces.